Who do you think the least played character in Genshin Impact is? And before you say Aloy, duh, think again because the answer might surprise you. Recently, I conducted a survey to determine which characters the Genshin community mains most frequently. In other words, which playable characters are the most and least popular in terms of in-game usage. Survey takers were able to select anywhere between 1 and 4 characters. All playable characters were listed except Fremine, who had not been released yet at the time of this survey's creation. Nobody come for me if he's your most favorite boy of all time. I'm sorry. After setting everything up, I posted an anonymous Google survey on Twitter and my YouTube community tab to start collecting data. Over 13,000 of you voted this time. Thank you so much for participating. So how rare is your main? I'm excited to go over the results, so let's get right into it, starting with the top 10 most commonly played characters. Then we'll switch over to the bottom 10 least common characters. Coming in at number 10 most common mains is Linny, with 9.2% of survey takers saying that they mained Linny. I'm a little surprised, honestly. He is such a new character. I'm wondering if this perhaps has a bit of recency bias. You know, he just came out, he's new, he's exciting. He also has a large part in the most recent Archon quests. He has his own story quest. So I think people are just very intrigued by him in general. He's a very cool, interesting character, and I think we're gonna begin to learn more and more about his darker sides as we go along. Number 9 is Kamisato Ayaka. She gathered 9.6% of the common vote. Ayaka has been very popular for a long time. A very beloved character as well. A lot of people seem to really enjoy her after playing her story quest. You know, despite the fact that she'd be walking around in water with her socks on. Number 8 is Nahida. She had 9.8% of the vote. Again, another relatively recent character. Nahida is an Archon, so not all too surprised there, especially considering there's not too many Dendro characters in the game at this moment. According to revenue data, Nahida did have a pretty successful banner, so I would imagine quite a lot of people have her on their roster. I'm personally a little bit surprised by this one. She has a pretty unique playstyle in my opinion, but regardless, she still landed in the top 10. Number 7 is Hu Tao. She also had 9.8% of the vote with just a few more votes than Nahida. Hu Tao is also quite a popular character. She's a very quirky gal. Apparently in the February 2023 banner drop, Hu Tao's banner received over $45 million in revenue. So again, not all too surprising. A lot of people likely have her and main her. Number 6 is Xiao. He is 10.4% of people's mains, myself included. I voted for him personally. This one does not surprise me whatsoever. Xiao is extremely popular. He's been around for a very long time in the game. He has a nice design. People enjoy his personality. He's important to the story, and he's just fun to play as, honestly. Number 5 is Yelan. 10.5% of users say they main Yelan. Similar to what we were saying about Hu Tao, she was on the banner that was apparently one of the most successful in Genshin history and has had multiple reruns as well. While I'm mostly like a Genshin meme type channel, I don't know the most about gameplay, like which characters are the strongest. One can only assume that a lot of the characters in the top 10 are going to be really strong units. I'm over here like, oh, she's so pretty. I love her aesthetic. Maybe that's why she's popular. You can't deny she's lovely though, despite the controversy about her asymmetrical do when she first came out. Yelan's great. We love to see it. Number 4 is the Raiden Shogun. 12.2% of survey takers claim her as their main. Not surprising whatsoever. Again, we have an Archon, a very popular character who's had multiple successful banners. She is gorgeous. She's powerful. She's been very important to the Inazuma plotline. We have the people who love her more intense Raiden Shogun personality, and then the people who like the softer, more subdued A side. She's extremely strong in the game, and she's got that sword trick, of course. You know what I'm talking about. We've made it to the top 3. Number 3 most common Genshin main is Alhaitham. 12.3% of survey takers said they used Alhaitham as their main. This one is probably the most shocking for me in the top 10. He's pretty new. Again, a Dendro character, and we don't have the most of those. Is it because he's handsome? Is it because he looked at you funny? All 1,649 of you who voted for him, don't lie to me. The number 2 most common Genshin main, according to the survey, is the Wanderer. 17.5% of you guys said that you mained Wanderer. He was so hyped up before his release. I was excited. You were excited. My mom was excited. Actually, no, I don't think. I'm sure tons and tons of people pulled for him. He has been an anticipated character for so long. His moveset is honestly ridiculous with being able to fly. I think a lot of people pulled for him because he could fly and they really wanted to try it out. And then maybe his playstyle was just so fun that they decided to main him. Or they think he's cute. I don't know. I don't judge. And the number 1 most common Genshin main, according to you guys, is Kaedahara Kazuha, with 17.6% of survey takers saying they mained Kazuha. He is a very popular boy. He's one of those characters that I don't think many people pulled for when he first came out, but then they all realized, oh, he is dope, his moves are dope, he's so good in the game, and a lot of people pulled for him on his next banner. He's just been so popular since then. I think a lot of people really enjoy his role in the story, his personality. He's very aesthetically pleasing. Obviously, he's a very good unit. We love to see it. He's very well appreciated in our community here. So congratulations to Kazuha for being the number 1 boy. If you main Kazuha, you're basic. No, I'm just kidding. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, you have good taste, all right? Now might be a good time to bring up that most surveys are gonna have a sense of bias to them, right? This was mostly my community taking the surveys, I would imagine. As you can see here by my analytics, a majority of my viewers are females between the ages of 18 and 24. So not too shocking that the ultra handsome man is so high up. I'm not saying that that's why, but it could be a contributing factor. Let's just acknowledge that right now. Also relevant, 66.9% of you watching this right now are not subscribed to my channel. Maybe you should Actually, this is not a bad stat. I feel like I've seen other people's stats and they're way lower than this. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Before we move on to the bottom 10, I just want to give a couple honorable mentions. Yoimiya, Kokomi, Kaya, Tartaglia, and Zhongli were also in the top 15 and are very popular characters. Also, since it looks like all of the top 10 were 5 stars, I just wanted to give you the most popular 4 stars, and that is Kaya, Yanfei, and Bennett. The most common mains that are 4 stars in the game. Alright, now it is time to move on to the bottom 10 least common Genshin mains according to you guys. So since we have 70 characters overall, we're gonna start with number 60, and that would be Kale. 1% of survey takers said that they mained Kale. Poor little Kale was likely overshadowed at her time of release. She was contending with Tignati, Nahida. She was a free 4-star Dendro character. We also have the Traveler who was able to use Dendro. I don't think many people opted to use her at the time. Who knows? Number 61 out of 70 least popular mains is Faruzan. 0.8% of you guys main Faruzan. Poor Hatsune Miku. I really don't see her around very often, so I'm not surprised. She's also pretty new. 62 out of 70 is Goro. 0.7% of you guys main Goro. And while we're on the topic, someone was actually tied with Goro and had the exact same amount of votes, and that was Diona. So I'm considering them 62/63. 94 of you each main Goro and Diona. Both archers, both have ears and tails. What do you guys have against the furries, huh? Hey, while we're talking about it, number 64 is Kirara. She only had 91 votes, also with ears and a tail. Wait a minute, is there a trend happening right now? Hey, would you look at that? Number 65, Sayu. What is happening? With only 90 participants saying they mained her. Number 66 out of 70, Yoonjin with 81 votes. 0.6% of participants main her. Mildly surprised by this one. I thought she would be a little bit more popular considering her singing and how cool she was in that one quest. I think she's kind of aesthetically pleasing. Maybe that's just me. Number 67 out of 70, Dory with 73 votes. Not surprised whatsoever by this one. Dory got so much hate when she came out. She still gets so much hate. Not the most popular character whatsoever. Number 68 out of 70, Mika. Again, not a very popular character overall. I feel like people don't really talk about him other than the occasional roast. That's how you know you're probably not gonna be very popular main, when most people just roast you. Poor boy. I did see a few people in the comments talking about being a Mika stan, so maybe his lovers are pretty vocal, but only 68 of you guys voted that Mika was one of your mains. Number 69 out of 70, the second least popular main, is Candace, with only 64 votes and 0.5% of the overall vote. I'm shocked. Candace is so... You know what? Never mind. I was about to say she's so pretty, but I guess that doesn't really matter. There are better shields in the game, honestly. I get it. She's pretty new as well. I think her design is neat. Okay, more people should main Candace. I'm gonna stand on my soapbox for that one. Hey, you know what? Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll build Candace. And number 70, the least commonly mained character in Genshin Impact. Aloy. Nope, it's not Aloy. It's Kujo Sara. Only 59 of you voted that you mained Sara. That is 0.4% of the overall vote. She's a bow user, she's Electro, way more people use Fischl apparently. She also came out at a similar time as Raiden Shogun, who's also an Electro user, who just absolutely blew her out of the water. She's also just kind of a turd. I was honestly expecting Aloy to be in the bottom 3 at the very least. But when I saw Kujo Sara at the bottom, I was like, huh. But then I went, yeah, I guess. And if you're curious, Aloy just squeaked out of the top 10. She is number 59. Well, what do you think? Were you surprised? The most popular character is Kazuha, and the least popular main is Kujo Sara. Is that what you predicted? Let me know in the comments below. And just as we did with the most popular, let me give you some honorable mentions for the least popular. As I said before, Aloy, Yao Yao, Toma, Sucrose, and Dia were some of the other least commonly mained characters. Also, the least popular 5 stars in the game are Aloy, Dia, and Mona. I thought Chi-Chi for sure, but Mona just beat Chi-Chi in terms of less popularity. If you are curious where your main falls, if they were not in the top or bottom 10, here is the full list. Feel free to pause this as your heart desires. Check it out. See where your fave lies. One of my main girls for forever has been Rosaria, who is firmly at number 52. So she's my least popular main. Again, thank you guys so much for participating in this one. This was a lot of fun. Leave me some comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other community survey ideas. I'm always open. I've done a few of these videos in the past. We did one for shipping. We did one for who you guys think the hottest characters are. They're all a ton of fun. Check out my channel for those videos and be sure to subscribe if you have not done so already. If there's another community survey, I will of course post it up on the YouTube community tab as well as Twitter. So go follow me over there as well. Sorry. Okay, you guys don't need to do anything else for me today. All right. Well, you can like the video if you feel like it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!